College football on CBS. The Army-Navy game presented by USAA is sponsored by Domino's, Navy Federal Credit Union, the Home Depot, and by USAA, proud sponsor of the Army-Navy game. A packed house at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And from Annapolis, the Midshipmen of Navy. From West Point, the Black Knights of Army. The Apache copters overhead. Chinook Blackhawks combination. Ooh, that'll get you going. Welcome everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner's Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell on the sideline. The march-ons are over. The leapfrogs and the knights have parachuted in. All the pomp and circumstance, all the pageantry, Gary, and you and I were talking on the way over here today. We can't wait for kickoff.
We love it. Hey, listen, we get to broadcast intense football games all year, and we get to do another one today. But in the last 15 years doing this, I've tried to say what it means more and why, because it's not just football. These players have dedicated their life to more than football. But for these 3 hours, football is first.
Army this year, we saw a little change in them. We started watching their games and we said, wait a minute, shotgun, going to throw it around a little bit. And then it changed back, and now we're not quite sure what we're getting.
And should we know? I mean, it's Army-Navy. They shouldn't be telling us what they're going to do if they learn right. Yes, because of this game and these two teams, they've hit their head against the wall. Army said, we're going to try something new. And they threw the ball. The first 5 games, Bryson Daly, their quarterback, threw double digits. The last 5, he did not. And in fact, in the last game of the year, they went back into the throwback offense. But Bryson Daly, the quarterback, is a bit different. He was brought up in the shotgun offense. He's used to it. He does throw the ball around, but he is very tough when he runs. And in the last game against Coastal Carolina, Army went under center for nearly every play of the game, so Navy has no idea.
Well, you know, it wouldn't be an Army-Navy game if we didn't have some kind of controversy or a rotating quarterback system. In this case, it's Navy this year.
Yes, and Army doesn't know which quarterback is going to go. We think we know, but the story of the Navy season this year has been injuries and change at quarterback. Ty Lavatai started. Braxton Woodson played, but Xavier Arline, who was really a slot back at the beginning of the year, started the last 4. He was nicked. We think we're going to see him, and when he plays, we've seen a lot of him in this game.
Right.
Over 4 years in the fall, we saw him when he ran for over 100 yards in that game. They didn't win. The next year when Navy won, Xavier went out on the 3rd play of the game. And then last year, again, he rushed for over 100 yards. Again, he didn't win. So now we feel he's going to be the starter, but I would not be surprised if we don't see more than one quarterback in the game.
I'm still wondering if I ever saw him in the Fog Bowl that year. I'm not sure. One thing I am sure about, there's about a 5-yard stretch in the trenches, trench warfare. We know that the linebackers are going to have about 50 tackles between them.
We all grew up loving football when the middle linebacker and the running back used to crack heads. Well, we're going to see this in this football game. The 2 inside linebackers. For Army, it's Leo Lowen. Last year in this game, listen to this. Of every 4 plays, Leo Lowen made the tackle. 1 out of every 4 plays, number 31 made the tackle. And for Navy, they got one just like that. Colin Ramos, he's only 6 tackles away for 100 on the season. Watch number 31, watch number 44. You will love this football game.
Well, in these parts, the name Belichick means a lot when you consider 6 Super Bowl trophies have come through this stadium. His dad, Steve Belichick, longtime Navy football coach, and of course had a great influence on his son, and his son's had a great influence on the National Football League. Bill Belichick joined Jenny Dell just moments ago.
Coach, this had such a huge impact on your life growing up. What do you remember from attending these Army-Navy matchups?
Well, the intensity and, how important the game was. In 1967, I was actually on the field as a ball boy for the game when, when Navy beat Army 19-14 that year. And you could really, feel it down there. You could feel the preparation, the intensity all week, not just with the team, but the whole, the Brigade of Midshipmen and the entire fan base. But at the end of the day, we're all fighting for the same country, and they take the same oath of allegiance. So, but it's a proud moment to see these great young men and women that are going to lead our country over the next few decades, and see their training and know that we're in good hands.
How did growing up around Navy football impact your life?
It's really where I learned everything about football. It's from a fundamental standpoint. How to do all the fundamental things, preparation, blocking, tackling, things like that. Learned, reading football from my dad, scouting, putting game plans together, seeing how to practice and things like that. All those fundamentals just carry over to football at every level. And I was very fortunate to be around some great players, great coaches, Bellino, Staubach, Lynch, Donnelly, guys like that, and some of the great coaches like Coach Harden, Coach Corso, guys like that were just very influential in my life.
Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the game, Coach.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You're probably wondering what Bill Belichick told the team last night. He said, I'm not going to tell you what I told the team last night.
And isn't it the way it should be? I mean, Bill's old school, and some things in the locker room should stay in the locker room.
Exactly.
Couldn't be nicer. 50 degrees. The sun was out earlier. It's become a little bit more overcast, but for this time of year in this part of the country, pretty nice. 8th most played rivalry in history. Navy has the lead. The games are always close. This is the 124th edition. Army won the toss and will defer, so Navy will receive. Cole Talley has it teed up for the Black Knights. Tyler Bradley's back deep, along with Amin Hassan for the Midshipmen of Navy. Here's what we've been waiting for, partner. Kickoff.
It never disappoints, this football game.
And this kick will sail out. And we check our starting lineups presented by Papa John's. And it all starts with Xavier Arline. We think there he is. He's in the huddle, and he said, let's go. And I agree with him. Let's do it.
You know why? Because the play clock's running down.
That would be not a good way to start things.
Exactly. I think it's already down to, well, I think they
reset it.
Yes, they did.
So it is Xavier Arline at the controls. And a first down at the 25-yard line. Inside, Dabo Fofana. As we look at the offense, Fofana and Tezca, the two main tailbacks. Tezca, the leading rusher, number 45 and number 46, and we'll see a lot of them today.
Love the traditional start by Navy. T formation, 2 tight ends. Isn't that the way it should start?
Now they go back with Heidenreich in the backfield. And he's going to throw it on a halfback option. Going deep and overshot everybody. Incomplete.
And the Army secondary, do your job. That's one of the Bill Belichick sayings. Well, this time the Army secondary do their job. Man to man, stay with your man. They kind of fake that they're going to go a screen out there, but no one bites for it.
And so a 3rd down and 6 on the opening drive for the Midshipmen.
Our line wants to throw as well. Nope, quarterback draws, not going to get away. Nice job staying with it and staying with the program for Kyle Lewis.
So you can understand both of these teams, because of the trouble being able to move the ball in this football game the last 4 years, have tweaked their offenses. More shotgun. Malcolm Perry, remember, in the shotgun had such a big day with his speed, gaining over, what, 300 yards, 350 yards in that game? Well, seems like both teams are ready for this shotgun in this game.
Riley Reithman to punt, the second most busy punter in college football this year. I'll give you a second to think about who the other one might be. And he got the kick away. Tyrell Robinson will take it on a fair catch. And it's a 3-and-out for Navy, and Army set to take over on offense for the first time as our lineups presented by Papa John's. We switch to the other side, and we switch to Bryson Daly. Gary talked about it, Abernathy, Texas. Big numbers on both the ground and in the air, at least for Army in the air, the numbers he's put up this year. And now we'll see what kind of formation we're going to have from them on the first snap. It is going to be shotgun with Jacoby Buchanan in the backfield as well. Pickup of about 2 for Daly. And the rest of the Black Knights offense joining Bryson. Tyson Riley, kind of a wild card guy.
Really is, yes. Very valuable football player. Only had 3 carries all year playing tight end, by the way, most of the time in shotgun, but in the last game had 12 for over 100 yards as fullback.
Kanye Udo in the backfield with Daly as they shift, and they get Riley on the other side. Strong to the right on 2nd down and 8. That's where they'll try to run, and a big opener, maybe close to a first down, not quite, as Pierce made the tackle.
Against Air Force in Army's big one of the year, and the reason they have a chance for the Commander-in-Chief trophy, they went shotgun all game and ran the ball very effectively against Air Force.
That was a turnover game for them too, 6 turnovers, which helped their cause. They got a 3rd down and a yard to go here on their opening drive. About 38% of their 3rd down conversions this year.
Insert the fullback, run behind him.
Just a little hesitation by the quarterback, and then Daly goes ahead easily for 2 or 3 at a first down for Army.
I do not mean this, and obviously if you watch Bryson Daly play, you cannot help but be impressed the way he competes, the way he plays quarterback. But a more apt might be fullback, the way he plays quarterback, because he is the main ball carrier in short yardage situations.
You can see the thighs on this guy. He's not exactly built like a quarterback.
He is going to get hit, I'd say, 30 times in this game.
First down from the 39. Initial first down of the ball game.
And Ramos right there, number 44.
Yeah, he made first contacts on Kanye Udo as we set the defense for the Midshipmen of Navy. Jacob Busick, torn bicep, had surgery. And one of their captains, and they thought, maybe he'll be back for Army Navy, maybe not. He's back, and he's one of their leaders.
Yeah, he's not in the game yet, and they were looking to try to get, remember, he's only had 2 padded practices since he tore his bicep. He's got a good player in front of him.
Right.
And all year, Justin Reed has been in front of him, and he's in the game right now.
Reed in on that last tackle with a penalty marker down.
False start, number 65. Offense, 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Lucas Scott, the right guard, with the false start, and that drives guys like Coach Monken crazy because you don't like getting behind the chains with this kind of offense either direction.
Well, in fact, in one of their games when they beat UTSA, they almost played a perfect game in that game. No penalties in that football game.
Had the ball about 40-some minutes.
Exactly.
Everything that could go right.
You don't do that with false starts.
No. 2nd down and 12. And a throw to the outside and caught. And out of bounds is Casey Reynolds, and he got a lot of that back.
Well, how about that? Last year's game, we didn't get our first completed pass until the fourth quarter. 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Here we are in the first quarter with a completed pass.
Yeah, we were on our way to double overtime last year. We were wondering if we're ever going to get a completion. As Gary said, less than 5 minutes in, we've got it and picked up good yardage to make third down manageable, 3rd and 2.
And like I said, Brian, very good thrower. It's just they don't demand that of this offense a lot. There it is, short yard. Oh,
whoa, man, he got hit. Didn't get the first down and barely got back to the line of scrimmage. That's Justin Reed, who Gary just talked about, in there for Busick for most of the season. And watch this collision.
Right, and Jacob Busick actually has been coaching Reed all year, and he's doing a pretty good job of it, isn't he? Stay low, stay low.
Ooh.
Low man wins, and that time it was number 94.
Taylor's going to field that one the rest of the day.
Now you wonder in this Army offense, will they go for it on 4th down?
And they will.
Clock's running down on them.
Play clock down to 4. Got to hustle. Daly good.
Oh, he
got back and jump pass, and he overthrew it.
Yep.
Intended for Noah Short, and it came up long.
I think Deshaun Peely, number 1, put a little bit of pressure on him. He had to let it go. Take the look. Short yardage play. Release. They got him up. Oh, you know what else happened? A little bit of a collision in the secondary. And that was, I think, by number 11, that really changed the play. It wasn't overthrown that much. It was the collision downfield.
Bring in Gene Steratore from New York. Gene, we looked at the last play. We thought maybe a holding call.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brad. It happens rather quick. But as you look at it, you can see that there's some restriction right before the quarterback releases the ball. Right about now, you see a little hook and a grab. Now the ball's in the air. I think that'll get you the defensive holding on a pass play, guys.
Yeah, I agree. At first, I thought it was overthrown, but it slowed down the receiver and he could not get back up to full speed. I think all this passing has the back judges surprised.
I was just going to say that. They're not used to that.
No, they had their eyes glued inside.
So Navy takes over. Great field position on the stop, at any rate, at the 47-yard line. Our line on the keeper. And Xavier, nice run. And the ball come out at the end. Hold on. Yep, just mixing it up, I guess, on the bottom of the pile. Picked about 5 up there.
Remember the story of last year's games. One of the stories was that Navy was in plus territory and could not produce points a year ago. So here they are again, plus territory, starting a drive. Can they produce points?
Alex Tezca in the backfield with Arline on a 2nd and 5. And Arline keeps it, cuts to the outside, and then slides down.
I'll tell you, the quarterback runs are snuffed out here, don't they? They know exactly what's happening.
Rest of the Army Black Knights defense. Jimmy Charlo is one of their defensive captains, and Grant Chestnut, the offensive coordinator, said he's their best player.
Yeah, I think he is, because it's valuable what he does. A little bit like Navy's John Marshall a year ago. Yeah. He can do a lot of different things from that spot at kind of outside linebacker, strong safety.
They call it the Apache. And with that eye black, he's got the right name for it on his face. Arline's going to get a first down right in front of the Army bench.
Great read by Xavier Arline on this one. Keeping the ball, he reads it, he kind of bounces it outside. This is running back skills right here. Takes it, follows, and then feels the outside opening and takes it. And you know, a year ago also, just in this game, Xavier Arline got kicked about half the game through.
Yep.
And he wasn't 100%. Still played. Remember, he was riding the bike the whole game.
Trying to keep his leg warm.
Yeah, he looks quicker to me right now.
So another first down at the 36 of Army. And now under center, Arline. And the pitch on the option, on the edge, and they got the edge. And a first down run for Chapman. Brandon Chapman goes for about 11.
You don't see the triple option all that much, but it works here. Watch the influence on the defensive end. He has to tackle the fullback, and then right away you get outside an arc block, and you've got the big tackle, Sam Glover, out there leading the way. Very, very well done.
DiDomenico knocked him out of bounds, but not before a first down run. And Navy's got something working after that fourth down stop, be it controversial or not. They're at the 24-yard line of Army. Our line pumps one way and now goes deep into some traffic and intercepted. Picked up by Army. It's DiDomenico, the guy that just made the tackle on the previous play, and he's still going. Finally goes down. DiDomenico, his second interception of the year, and it stops the Navy drive.
So the advantage in this game for turnovers was supposed to be for Navy, but they try to run the fake screen, and then he throws late down the middle. He never accounts for the free safety. A really bad, inexperienced play for a quarterback. Run the play that's called. Don't try to make something happen.
The first quarter.
Yeah, multiple mistakes by the Navy quarterback cost. And remember, it's first down. They're going to try to go long, but watch the fake out here to the outside. First down, if the fake isn't open long, just hit the guy in the flat and take a 5-yard gain. Quarterback trying to do too much ends up being really bad.
That was Arline's first pass attempt, the second pass attempt, and the axe is out, the turnover axe. Heidenreich had Navy's first pass attempt on the halfback option, so Arline's first one goes askew, and Army's got it back. And now the pitch on the edge. Marshall, nice run and a pickup of a dozen.
John Marshall with the triple option again, going the other way. This from shotgun. Remember, I don't want to stress enough. This option offense worked well against Air Force, which is the closest defense to this Navy. There are a lot of people thought that after the success that Army had running back in the throwback offense under center, they would come out in it. I'm not surprised we're seeing this.
It's working pretty well right now, with the exception of the fourth and short that they missed. And now it's the quarterback, keeper all the way. About 9 more yards for Daly. Eddie Williams brought him down.
Excuse me, Brad. Tyson Riley, number 32, is so valuable. Watch, he's out here, comes in motion, and actually is the lead blocker on the ISO.
We told you he does a little bit of everything. He's an excellent runner and showed his blocking ability on that one. And it's second down and just a yard after Daly got 9, and now he's under center. And it's Jacoby Buchanan, first down. Turnover differential. First 8 games not good. Last 3 games has helped them win, including that 6 turnover game against Air Force. On the other hand, Navy's plus 13. I don't know if we've ever seen a disparity that big. Turnover margin.
Right.
On the edge is Udo. And Kanye's run out of bounds. So Army using all their tools right now.
Oh, I tell you, up front, these guys, watch them hold their blocks. Stand up, stand up. The tight end doing a good job that time. Fortner, number 80. That's how you bounce it out.
Just didn't cover that edge. And Udo made him pay.
There's a saying in the Navy defense, and I think Bill Belichick might have left it. No edge, no defense.
Yeah, right. First down at the 36. And this time, going to be a loss on the play.
Xavier McDonald, I think number 31, is the guy that got in there first off the edge. Watch him run around the corner right here. Well, actually, nobody even come close. It's hard to believe that that would be the blocking assignment on that. He did not have the jet sweep, obviously. The safety did, so he was able to sell out to the quarterback. A lot of that motion works against other teams because a lot of people play zone, but these two teams don't.
No,
they play,
it's all right there.
Exactly. I got my guy, you got your guy.
You just beat that guy or try on every snap. And now they did pitch it, and it's Marshall going around end. That'll be
that's a
short game.
A pitch that counts as a pass.
Right. So a completion for Army. It's the final match day for a spot in the knockout rounds of club soccer's biggest tournament. The UEFA Champions League continues this Tuesday and Wednesday, and every match streams live on Paramount Plus. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, Army Navy number 124. Down under 3 minutes first quarter, no score. But Army's got something working if they can pick up another third down conversion. Third down and almost 6. Daly trying to weave behind his blockers. Got a couple of it, but it's still going to be 4th and about 2.
Yeah, first decision by Jeff Monken. He's got a really good field goal kicker. Made 11 out of 13 this year. Navy struggled a little bit more. Does he keep it in and try to make a first down, or try to kick the field goal for 3? Kind of two different decisions. I mean,
definitely.
You know, low scoring game. Do you take 3 points?
You're in the red zone.
Yep.
4th down this year. You're 19 of 32.
Yeah, but this is 11-man defense. I mean, this is not an easy 2 yards.
They're 0 for 1 today. Remember, they were 4th and 2 earlier.
Oh, yeah. Timeout, I think, by Army.
So maybe they're trying to draw him offside and then decide.
I don't know.
Army.
I think Army saw something they didn't like.
Immediate.
There it is. Timeout.
Looks like it. He had this to say before the game.
I'm Bryson Daly. I play quarterback. I want to change the world by inspiring America's youth. Go Army, beat Navy.
Right now he wants to beat the yard markers.
And this is where they have Tyson Riley, their great blocking back, out at flanker, and they inserted him again before on the prior play from the flanker spot to gain yardage.
See if he comes down and cracks back from that top of your screen spot again.
Well, this formation does widen out the Navy defense, that's for sure.
And at least it wasn't the look we had before the timeout.
They actually brought in extra defensive linemen last time. I mean, you could argue field goal. I don't know, in this game, a touchdown means a lot. I don't mind it. I got to say, I don't mind it.
Here comes Riley. There's the block. There is the first down.
Especially with a quarterback that is a fullback running the ball. You bring in your best blocking back, insert him, close off the edge rusher, and then your quarterback runs right through a tackle. I mean, he is a load. Played linebacker in high school as well as quarterback. Came to Army because he had offers to play linebacker, but he wanted to play quarterback.
Doing an okay job here in the first quarter. Kanye Udo in the backfield with him. They shift the tight ends from right to left. First down at the 15-yard line. And it's Udo. Kanye driving inside the 10, still going.
Yeah, Kanye Udo running behind that offensive line. The center's a true freshman. He's got a tough, a freshman, not a true freshman. Got a tough matchup up front, but look at the job he did on that play. Brady Small.
We thought maybe he'd be a little too small for this game.
No, but
so far
he's over 300 pounds. It's not like they used to be. These guys were 250. They're bigger now.
There's the red zone numbers for Army. 10th play of the drive that's lasted 6 minutes and has them 2nd down and 2 at the 7-yard line.
6 in the game.
Daly, first down, first and goal, Army. So at least for now, as the first quarter might come to a close on that play, not going for the field goal looks like the right thing so far.
Well, especially after the turnover, they, dodged great field position by Navy, have a great drive. I think, remember, a year ago at halftime they scored, but it wasn't their offense. It was a blocked punt. They want to put a touchdown on the board.
We've played 15 in Foxborough. Army, Navy, scoreless, but that might change here in a couple of minutes. Where anywhere, anytime, all the time. Gary will join the HQ team after our game, which heads into the second quarter. Third scoreless first quarter in the last 4 meetings, but it's first and goal at the 4-yard line. The Black Knights of Army. Jacoby Buchanan in the backfield with Daly. He gets the call. He only got about a half yard.
And that's what that Navy defense wants to do. You want to get lower than the offensive line, okay? You just want to get a stalemate. And that's what happens with that Navy defensive line. They don't get taken out. No movement at all, and let the linebackers come and clean it up from behind.
So it's second down and goal.
You got to almost, if you're Navy, you've got to figure 13 is going to be running the ball. You've got to stop 13. 32 inserts.
And a throw to the corner. And it's a touchdown to Riley.
Nobody covered him. Navy with a busted assignment. They do not look for the fullback who lines up at flanker. Look at the confusion right here. And this is just a decision. This wasn't the play. Nobody out there? Throw it to him. Too late. Just a step too late.
The pass, the touchdown. Army, a 65-yard drive in 12 plays.
I actually think the number 32, and we were talking about before the game, Tyson Riley, I believe, is the most valuable offensive player on this team. All that he can do for him.
Moretzky in for the point after. We'll call him a West Point Army knife, not a Swiss Army knife. Does a little bit of everything. We've seen his blocking. We've seen his rushing. Now we see his receiving. And the capper of a 12-drive play, the touchdown Army.
To Gillette, Army is up by 7, and when you look at the colors, the patches, the service, and the sacrifice, both Army and Navy, they weave iconic symbols into their uniforms. And this year, Army's story is being told by the 3rd Infantry Division. They're paying tribute to the dog-faced soldiers, highlighting the 20th anniversary of the invasion of Iraq. The tan coloring is meant to evoke the desert. For the midshipmen, the dark navy mimics the covert design of a submarine hull. Navy is paying homage to the silent service, honoring the U.S. submarine force, their families, and supporting personnel. Guys, both these uniforms celebrating the stories of America's heroes.
Yes, always special. We look forward to that every year when there's the unveiling of who's wearing what. And Army and Navy, 7-point ball game now here early in the second quarter. 12-play drive, 65 yards. And actually, the touchdown followed that interception by Army, so that led to the score. Subsequently, anyway, after the long drive. And Gary, you talk about, I don't know, game of inch. How about game of fingertips?
Yeah, I mean, you know, since he's a fullback type player, it might have been Ramos's guy. We do not exactly know who had the fullback who was lined up, but obviously that was not the called play, just a reaction by Daly.
Right. So now Navy back on offense, trailing by a touchdown. 3rd touchdown reception of the year for Riley on that last play. From the 25, Xavier Arline and company now. Ooh, big hit, about a 2-yard gain for Teska, and he paid the price for that, I can tell you.
So remember early, Navy got away with a bad decision holding and got away with it on a 4th down play. But on the interception on that play, 2 mental mistakes cost them. I mean, points on their side, and you can see finishing off that play.
And that was Leo Lowen who did finish off the play with the tackle. And he might be the injured player.
Military Academy, you're on the team from day one.
A team where people are the #1 priority and winning matters.
A team of scholars, athletes, and leaders, each striving to become all that they can be.
Are you ready to join our team?
West Point, where leaders are made.
CBS Tuesday, head down under for NCIS Sydney. These two teams of highly trained misfits will come together to defuse naval crimes in the most contested patch of ocean on the planet. NCIS Sydney. New series Tuesday, 8, 7 Central on CBS. No misfits in this stadium.
That's for sure. At least wearing a uniform.
Maybe up here in the booth.
Exactly.
Here's a look at Frank Latour on the tackle.
It appeared he landed on his left shoulder as he came out and reaching up.
Middletown, New Jersey. 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7. Straight up the middle and powering close to the first down is Teska.
So I think that's what this Navy team has to establish. Can they find Alex Teska? When he runs the ball effectively, they do well. They've got to establish that B-back. He has 5+ 30-yard rushes. Now, he's not a bruising fullback. He's more like the speed B-back, but he has to get involved in this game.
Came in with over 700 yards rushing. Had a 75-yard touchdown in the game against Memphis. Now here they are on 3rd down and short. Almost a false start.
They moved again.
I think they did.
All the mistakes that have hurt have been on Navy.
Edwin Lee, our ref.
False start. Number 64. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, Brian Newberry needs to settle his football team down.
Ben Purvis, the guilty party, with the jump right there from the left guard. Penalty problems for sure.
You know, part of the penalties, there was, a thought that, okay, had played different quarterbacks. And they were getting pre-snap penalties. But that was not a pre-snap penalty.
No.
Of the quarterback's fault.
Exactly. So that's 3rd down and 6. Situation they're not crazy about. They will keep it on the ground, and they're not going to get it. Got about a yard, and that's it.
Yeah, Jimmy Charlo, your guy.
The captain of the defense.
Yeah, coming off the edge, I tell you what, he just has a nose for the ball. Now, they do put him in a position to make a lot of plays, but then he does. It's one thing putting in a position, another guy that can actually do it.
That's right. The Apache of the defense forces a 4th and 5. I don't know if you finished my trivia question about Reithman being the 2nd busiest punter in the country this year. Who do you think number 1 was? Low scoring team.
The Iowa punter.
There you go.
They introduce him as the hero of the team, right?
Well, that's because he's busier than anybody else. Timeout. We'll be right back. Here early in the game.
The first two, took a scoring opportunity away. First down, quarterback going away from the play, trying to make something happen. And then near the goal line, forget to cover a player, cost them 7 points. And here, an illegal procedure cost them a first down and keeping the ball.
And that means they've got to kick it away. First team All-AC punter Riley Reithman with the kick. And fair caught just inside the 31 by Tyrell Robinson. Well, we got a moment here. Let's test your knowledge with today's Aflac trivia question. Today's the 3rd time Army-Navy game's been played outside of the Mid-Atlantic region. Where and when did the first 2 games take place? On our guesses the other day, Gary got 1, I got 1.
We're good teammates.
Yep. And the next question we had, Jenny got. So we were doing pretty good on Friday. It's all fun and games on Friday until it gets real on Saturday.
Yeah, anybody can answer those on Friday.
First down from the 30. Empty backfield. And it's quarterback, keeper all the way. Pickup of about 4 for Daly before Colin Ramos closed in on him. Most by an Army quarterback since 2010, and that 7th touchdown pass was their last drive.
Yeah, so with Trent, my first 4 Army-Navy games, Trent was the quarterback. I saw him as a freshman all the way to his senior year. You remember that.
Kanye Udo back in the backfield with Daly. He'll try to follow Udo Daly, that is.
Look at that guy run the football, I'll tell you. Again, you know, high school linebacker, quarterback. I played against a high school quarterback, linebacker, Brad Van Pelt.
Oh, wow.
Middle linebacker and quarterback went to Michigan State.
That turned out pretty good for him.
Yes, I'll tell you another guy that played middle linebacker and quarterback, Jim Kelly, coming out. Tough guys. That's what you're looking at right here.
Yep. 3rd down and 3. Let's see if it's his ball on 3rd down. Looks like it will be. Unless Riley takes it from him. He's going to throw for it, and he got it complete. 2nd completion of the day to Casey Reynolds.
Well, that's his go-to guy, Casey Reynolds. Put one guy in motion. They've been running. We all thought it. Comes in motion. Oh, they're going to run the ball. Nope. Change up this time.
15th catch of the year for Casey Reynolds.
First-year offensive coordinator Drew Thatcher called that play. Trying to put a little more, remember, you know, knocking your head against the wall over and over again, you know.
Yep.
A little different this year.
2 tight end set, both set to the right side. It's going to be straight up the middle, but cutting to the right, and only getting cut down at the line of scrimmage is Udo.
I think our favorite guy, Donald, the biscuit on that
made the stop.
Bernard.
There's the quarterback comparison so far.
Remember in this game a year ago, Army was 2 for 12.
This guy's looking for something to cheer about right now. Army on another drive with 106 total yards. Navy only 35 from the 46. Bryson Daly only about a yard that time. Nice job defensively as Xavier McDonald made the tackle.
He does. He can just anticipate those plays off the edge. Now remember, he has no responsibility on jet sweeps. Those are being handled by safeties. That's why usually in these games they run, and then they try to hit the deep ball, trying to get one of those safeties moving up for the jet sweep and throw behind him.
3rd down and 8. Now let's see if it's Bryson Daly throwing again.
Navy loves to blitz in these situations.
Deep down the sideline, jump ball broken up.
Well, they allowed a lot of back and forth on that one, didn't they?
Mbidi Williams broke it up. It was intended for Reynolds again.
Throw the ball up. Let's see what happens. Little pushing, yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I actually think Reynolds pushed more than the defender, so I think that's a good no call.
There's a shove, and then there's I got in your face, broke it up. Nice job by Williams.
Yeah, you think the first shove comes from Casey Reynolds, and good job in Mbidi staying there with the play.
So first part of the day for Army. Cooper Allen will kick, and Amin Hassan back deep for Navy. Trying to track it down and then get out of the way, and takes a Navy bounce.
Yeah, Navy had a good bounce on that one. Army was behind the player. They were ready to down it, but it backed up towards, and a good positive play for the Navy.
I think it's going to be around the 15, somewhere in that vicinity. Army 7-0. We want to thank Maggie and all of our veterans, obviously, wherever you are, for your service, and including those here in a packed house today.
Well, Navy needs to try to find some offense. 11 plays, 35 yards, interception, only 1 play over 6 yards.
And there's the numbers that show it. And Army's had the ball more than twice as long.
They have not been able to get their inside trap game going at all. That was a big circle for the Army defense. Do not let them run the trap play.
First down after the punt from the 16. And only about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain for Tesga. Army's defense closed in a hurry. First 3 possessions. They had something working on the second possession before the ill-advised throw led to the interception. Yeah. And they punted last time as well.
You know, when you're in a football game with maybe 10, 11 possessions, 20, 21 points, a turnover on the 10-yard line, you know, I mean,
And then, you know, the Army touchdown, it seems like it's a 14-point score when you get a touchdown in these games. 2nd and 7. Arline nail in the backfield. Whew. By Nathaniel Smith.
Rotating in for Austin Hill, the starter there, but Nathaniel Smith anticipates that play. Well, I think he's right here. Watch him attack inside. Beats, oh my God, he just blows up the play. Had a pulling lineman in front of him, and that just happened too slow. Smith was on an attack, and it was successful.
Was it ever?
Yeah, and when you throw the ball, they're going to, with Navy, to throw the ball down here is very risky. Could be another 14-point play.
Let's see if they will throw on 3rd down and 10. They'll try. Maybe. Arline throws going to his left and throws it away over the Army bench. It's 4th down.
As Arline tried to scramble out to the right, Leo Lowen, exactly, he's the guy that is actually spying on Arline and says, if you come to the right, I got you. Oop, go the other way. Watch him. He's got the flat to the outside. If the quarterback goes that way, he's mine. Push him back the other direction. No tackle for Lowen, but he did his job.
Had 16 of them in this game last year.
Imagine that. 16 out of 61 plays. Amazing stat.
We said to him this week, I think you had your career high, didn't you? He said, I don't really remember.
I know. No, I think he didn't say that. I think he said, sir, I don't really remember.
That was it.
Delay a game. Number 90. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
That's not going to help the cause.
Another mistake. The Navy is not playing up to the standards they need to.
So Reithman's going to be 5 yards deeper now to punt.
And Army should get the ball in plus territory.
Tyrell Robinson standing right on the midfield stripe. But first things first for Reithman. Well, he got it out of there. And it's a pretty good kick. Robinson takes it to 48, goes down right where he was standing at the 50. Nice coverage. With just under 7 minutes remaining first half, it is Army by 7.
From America's first team, go Army!
Third Division Sustainment Brigade in Povitz, Poland. Everybody watching, we welcome you to Army Navy, everybody. And we know our guys are watching. Coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Adam, Rick, and BJ break down the first half and catch you up on the latest headlines. That is one sweet coat, BJ. Gotta admit that.
And the fedora there for
that was nice.
Jake Busick's in the game. It's either his first play or his second play. We weren't exactly sure last time, but we're 100% sure now he's in the game.
Yep. Coming off the bicep injury and wanting to play one more game in Army Navy. And here is Tyrell Robinson trying to get a little bit of breathing room out of the backfield before he's brought down by Deshaun Peel.
Great story about Tyrell Robinson. A year ago, he was injured ACL on October 7th. He came back on October 8th, 1 year later. 1 year in between.
Yep. East Paulding High School in Dallas, Georgia. All Army so far on the ground, through the air, and with time of possession. Daly all day to throw. Man is there, just tipped away at the last moment. Nice defense.
Is that Lane? Rayon Lane?
Rayon.
Wow, Rayon Lane made a wonderful play. This is a perfect throw. This is a touchdown if it is not defended. Coming across, switching, makes up time, and goes out and makes the play. What a tremendous safety play right there. Maybe that'll juice up this Navy football team. Because that was a 7-point save right there.
We talked to Rayon this week. They, at one point, entered the portal, thinking about leaving, decided, nope, I got to come back with my guys. Daly, a little hesitation, drop, only a yard gain. And Will Harbor, inside linebacker with a hit.
So Army went away from the move the ball 3 yards. They went for the touchdown, gets knocked down, and now make a tackle, and Will Harbor does it, puts them in that situation where they're going to put the pressure back on Navy and punt the ball. Try to back them up this time inside the 10.
So that means Cooper Allen again to punt. And Amin Hassan is back around the 10-yard line.
Navy's playing safe defense. They don't believe they're going to punt.
They do.
Not very well.
And fair catch taken around the 17 or 18-yard line.
That wasn't a very good. They were looking for more than that, Army to us. He did not get all of that kick.
Had some guys getting in each other's face, and wisely they break that up before there's any penalties. Well, a little bit earlier we asked you the Aflac trivia question, which was today's third time Army-Navy has been played outside the Mid-Atlantic region. Where were the other two games played? Chicago back in 26, and the Rose Bowl is the other site, 1983. The two spots.
Looks like it's more fun to go to
the Rose Bowl,
doesn't it?
Looks a little warmer or something.
Exactly.
A little more colorful, at least.
Is that Lavatai in there right now?
Ty Lavatai.
Yeah, it is. Ty Lavatai has been the starter. Been hurt a lot when we've been ready to do these
Seems
games.
like it, right?
Played most of last year, but boy, he's been in and out his whole career being injured.
Last year's season-ending knee injury in the 8th game of the year. This year he injured his ribs against Charlotte. So Navy looking for a spark. Let's see if Ty can give it to him.
A little better thrower than our line is also.
Second down and 4. The underhand pitch to the edge, and for a first down goes Tesga.
Nice ball handling that time. Get it out quickly. When you're going to run this option, you drill it over and over and over. Ball handling.
Here's some of the rough sailing we talked about. Started the first 4, coming back from that knee injury off the bench. Started the 6th game before the ribs got hurt against Charlotte, and then off the bench against Air Force. So in and out, in and out. He's used to this situation.
Sure has. I think was it 2020 that we came in there to do that game? He was injured that year too. He was supposed to be the starting quarterback in the Air Force game.
Straight up the middle. Nice blast for about 4 or 5 by Tesga. So right now Navy's got their best offensive series going here with back-to-back first downs, and a second down and 5 upcoming.
It looks like the Army substitution is slow. That's by design. Navy substituted and Army substitutes. There's no tackle very slowly. They don't want to have a lot of subs up there.
Second and 5. Ty Lavatai behind his tailback, and he's got another first down. Leo Lowen made the hit.
Yeah, just follow. This is the play. This is the offense you see from the shotgun. Just follow that lead back, and that time with power. Lavatai is more the size of Daly as it runs the ball inside.
So you can see they've done as much in this drive as they had the rest of the time they had the ball in this half. High snap, and Lavatai trying to weave his way through, and does. Could have been stopped for a loss or at the line of scrimmage, but he got a nice gain out of it. Jenny?
Well, we just heard the answer to the Aflac question. When Brian Newberry moved into his head coach's office, the first thing he put up was a large photo from that 1926 Army-Navy game at Soldier Field. He found it in his closet when he arrived at the academy in 2019. He said it's a great conversation starter for anyone who comes in. Guys, coach said it shows the history and the tradition of this game.
Yep. Said he just dusted it off, and right now his backup quarterback's dusting off Army.
And he's running the Army offense, basically that Daly runs. This is a different look without our line in. They run more power football. It's really what Army was doing to Navy this whole game. Given the offense and the Navy team just a bit of hope.
And Army's got a man down. That stops the drive with 2:15 remaining. Catch you up on the latest headlines just a little over a couple of minutes from now. Nathaniel Smith was the guy who was shaken up on that last tackle.
Yep, the pile right on him. So this drive's been successful. First down. They've gained 6, 5, and 5 yards. That's the key to the drive. And again.
Tie line to time. 4 or 5 more. Prior to this drive, Navy had 25 yards of total offense. Labatide now got about 32 on this drive.
We all do love to talk about third down, but first down indicator for these two teams. 4 straight plays of this Navy offense successful on first down.
2nd and 5 just outside the 40. Teska. Tough 2.
I really think this play we're going to look back on by Lane right here. The save a touchdown. You know, we saved those highlights play of the game, but that right there could be a game changer for this Navy team.
You said that might be the spark to get them going.
Yeah, and then bringing in Labatide. Both of the two of them.
Labatide this time following his tailback, only got about a yard. And
yeah,
I believe Fortner made a hit.
I don't think there's any choice here for Navy. It's too far for a field goal. 1:07 to go. They've got to go for it, and they got to take a timeout here and get their best 4th down play.
With 67 seconds left and 1 timeout remaining.
Remember, on the Army scoring drive, they took a gamble and picked it up.
Ty Labatide, Navy quarterback. I play to honor those who have served before us. Go Navy, beat Army.
Ty with a shout out. Ty's been much of this offensive drive, the 10th play of the drive.
All 9 runs.
This is the biggest. 4th down and 2. Labatide, I don't know. I don't think so. The ball might be out as well.
I don't think he made it either.
He did not make it, so they're going to take over on downs if it wasn't a fumble on the bottom of the pile. And the Army defense holds.
Same play they've been running. Follow your lead back, and I don't know if it was traffic from behind. He reaches out, but I don't know. Well, they're going to have to take a look at this. This is a huge play.
He hit the shoe of one of his own players, I think, when he stretched out, one of his own linemen. Right about there.
Yeah, does his elbow come down before the ball comes down, though? I don't see.
The ruling on the field was the runner is short of the line to gain. The previous play is under further review.
That's good. That's what we need.
It is really close. Does his elbow come down before the ball reaches out all the way?
Jim Downey is our replay official. He's in the booth with us before the game.
It looks like he touches the line, and the first down marker is short of the line.
Gene Steratore is with us, too, so we got everybody taking a look at this.
Gene, you spotting anything?
You know what I'm looking for, guys, is a lower body part, too. Maybe a knee or a shin as he's in that pile. But from the looks that we have, I agree. Right there when he's reaching, he hits that back heel of his teammate. And then that football, as you said, Gary, just touches that line. If it's marked where that line to gain is on that stripe and there's no lower body part there on the ground before he reaches, he gets everything that he gets until that forearm touches the ground.
Where his elbow touches before the ball hits the line? Is there enough to overturn
as soon as the elbow
this?
touches. Yeah, well, I don't right now. It'd be a stretch to overturn, I think, based on the angles, right? Because they've spotted this a certain way, and we've got to be clear and obvious to change it.
I think actually
so I don't see
the foot of his offensive lineman might even have blocked the football for a second in front of him. I think it's Pina, number 71's foot. Watch as the ball reaches out, it hits his foot, it turns the ball. That might be enough right there to not make it a first down. Man, this is a hair and a huge call, obviously. It's not like we haven't had some big fourth down calls here last week.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. First down, Army.
I think had Pina's foot not been there, he might have got credit for touching the line. Big stop by the Army defense. I think Gene was right. Not enough, right? But he said confirmed, so it was. They did see enough.
So Army takes over on downs with 1:05 to go. Bryson Daly, big opener this time. And he backpedals and spins his way for about 12.
I'll tell you, when Bryson Daly is doing what he loves to do, run the ball up the middle, he's a tough tackle.
At the 47 now, a throw to the outside. That one in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Reynolds.
I said he'd take about 30 hits in this game. Oh, I'm low. I think I'm low. One more stat on Bryson Daly as we watch this. Army 5-1 when he rushes for 65 yards or more. Les 0-4.
Pretty important that he runs well and throws on the run well. And it's going to be close to a first down to Toby Olawale.
I'll tell you, he just adds another dimension. We've watched Army play not being able to do this, right? A power running back that can throw the ball just enough.
Quarterback draw all the way. Got it just with second effort.
Got 2 timeouts left. And I think Army's going to take one here.
The 27 seconds.
Nope, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. I think it's why they could spike it, right?
Yeah, they're wasting some time.
Oh, man.
And then a false start on top of it.
Got a little, tried to do a little bit too much, and it came back to bite them. I thought they should have just come up and spiked the football. And they're not going to have time for 5 more plays.
5-yard penalty. And first down.
5 yards is a lot of yards.
They're also, Army is going to have to take a timeout here, or they would get a 10-second runoff.
So that really blew up in their face.
Yes, they didn't take a timeout, and now they're going to have to take one or lose 10 seconds.
They could have had all that time back and still had 1 timeout remaining. And
yeah, they should have gone up and spiked it. That would have been the smart play, I think. Easy to do from up here, but, you know.
There's a look from our AT&T pylon cam at the touchdown, our only touchdown of the game, to Riley in the corner of the end zone. And Army looking for more points here with 23 seconds remaining and 1 timeout left.
You got to believe that Army's got to throw the ball deep down the field now, don't they? I mean, even if you get one picked off, it's not the end of the world.
Daly going to be a quick throw to the outside.
Nice throw.
And that's to Reynolds again.
Threw it right over the top of number 35, Puris. Hits it right in there. That's a big time throw. This time they're hurrying up.
Down to 7 seconds. Got to hurry. Now they'll take the last time out with a second left.
How close was that? They got everything they could get out of this half. They're going to get a chance for a field goal.
Juan Marshall made the catch, and that's going to bring out a chance for 3. Gary mentioned earlier, Quinn Moretzky has had a good season. 11 out of 13 on the year.
Do they have the second? Did they get it called in time? One more look.
I'm pretty sure they had plenty of time to get it called. Well, maybe not plenty.
All you need is 1.
That's all you need is 1. Moretzky And he's warming up in front of his own bench. His long this year is 45 yards. It's going to be right about where he'll be kicking from. He's all by himself. The team is leaving him be as the referee still talking.
Remember, it's not when Army called timeout, it's when his knee went down, because they did make a first down, so the clock would have stopped anyway right when they make the first down. They actually put a second on the clock.
This is going to be from 47.
This is about at the end of his range right here.
Yeah, we would think. Quinn Moretzky from 47 to try to make it 10-0, and now timeout taken by Navy. To let Quinn think about it a little bit longer. Give us a chance to remind you tomorrow morning at 8 Eastern. Get up with your favorite gridiron crew as they deliver the latest highlights and analysis, all leading up to NFL Week 14 action. Watch that other pregame show on CBS Sports Network.
I don't know if you can get ruffled after you had to make the overtime kick to win the game last year, right?
That's for sure.
He's out there yawning. This is a stretch, though. This is, you have to be very accurate. That angle, you get this far out, if you're off 1 or 2 degrees, it keeps drifting.
Cole McCutcheon to snap. Billy Belkey to hold. Quinn Moretzky will try to stretch the Army lead to 10 from 47 yards out. And the kick on the way. It's a beauty. Got it.
As accurate as could be.
Career long, Quinn Moretzky. Said, yep, had it all the way.
Sometimes you think the score doesn't indicate, a late touchdown on a block punt last year, but not this year. Army has dominated the first half.
Army pitching a shutout. 10-0. That's time. Good on Jenny Dell.
Coach, you're looking for the right fit at quarterback. What's the answer to ignite this offense?
Well, I thought Ty got us going a little bit right there, but we got to be able to open it up. We got to be able to throw in the perimeter and do some things. We jump off sides in 3rd and 1. That can't happen. Right? We don't cover a guy on the goal line. So, some self-inflicted wounds. You got to get some stuff cleaned up. We get the ball first. A lot of football to play. We come out. We're gonna give it a shot, man. We'll be all right.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Pretty much says it all. Some mistakes, some key plays have led to a 10-0 deficit. End of the first half. We'll get you Adam Zucker and company for the Geico halftime report right after. Just about set to start the 3rd quarter of Army-Navy version 124. We want to send a special thanks out to Anthony Cortese for producing today's beautiful opening tease when we started things up a couple of hours ago here from Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. A 10-0 Army lead as we head into the 3rd quarter. About what we expected, I guess, Gary, in that it's low scoring.
Right.
Every inch has been hard to come by,
yes.
But Navy's made some mistakes.
I think that's the biggest thing I did not expect. The big, huge mistakes, mental mistakes by Navy, and then the differences in the game. Army has decided they can't move the ball against Navy unless they throw, and they have effectively. Navy has not been able to do it. So I'm ready for the second half.
I am too. Let's get at it. Turn around and face the field.
You got it. Nice position to watch a game from here, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. So Army will get the ball with the lead and fielded and dropped and scooped up.
Oh, man, bad field position.
At 4-yard line.
Here's the break Navy needed.
So Markel Johnson makes a mistake down around the 5-yard line.
Sometimes it's only a field position play you need. And yes, that is the Navy defense now has to take control of this game. Their offense needs help, and this is where the defense can change the flow of the game.
No doubt. Here's from our AT&T pylon cam.
So Rayon Lane earlier might have saved a touchdown, but right now this defense can help score a touchdown.
An unhappy Coach Monken. And so they go right to work with their quarterback on the ground and a spin out for about 3 yards. A fair catch signal was what the official call was.
Yes, but once it's dropped, then the play, he goes out of bounds. Isn't that what they call him, out of bounds?
That's what I thought it was, but
Gene, I think clarify here. I think once you drop, when you call a fair catch, you drop it, the play starts. Oh, what a play! What a run!
Middle and still going. Udo. Kanye Udo.
Well, we're used to watching Daly run like this, but Udo takes this and watches. Great blocking up front again by that Army offensive line, but Udo, man, he does not.
And he takes Lane and company with him into the secondary.
That's a huge first down by that Army offense.
They were backed up. Navy had them right where they wanted them.
Remember, they ran right behind freshman Brady Small.
And this one, maybe a yard that time. Let's go back to the kickoff.
Let's get some clarity on this.
Gene, join us.
Yeah, fellas, well, when the player signals for fair catch and he muffs the ball, the moment that he possesses it, then the ball becomes dead. So although it didn't go out of bounds here, that covering official saw the fair catch signal, as we can see here. Then the muff of the kick takes place. Now, the moment that that player possesses that football, it's immediately then blown dead and dead at that spot.
But if he'd have caught it, it goes out to the 25. Cleanly.
And right now, Army running big to get out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
I'll tell you, this offense, and I looked at the end of it, it might have been a face mask that could have been called as well. But coming off your own 4, 5, 6 yard line, the Army offense taking two huge first down.
I see what you're talking about there. I hadn't seen that on a previous play. Close. But Daly with another first down. All the way out to the 35-yard line. Just when it looked like Navy had him pinned where they wanted him at the 4. Army is doing what Army does with this guy, number 13, as we check in with Jenny.
Well, I spoke with Coach Monken. He said the challenge is having self-discipline in the moment, not getting distracted by this environment, by these players. He said offensively, it's something we've been seeing. They want to run the ball on early downs and get into manageable 3rd and 4th down situations. Now, defensively, he said Lavatai did give them some fits, so they got to be careful of that and to stop the run in the second half, guys.
Well, they've off to a great start here in the 3rd quarter, despite the muffed fair catch and the bad field position. It's not bad field position anymore. Bryson Daly's going to empty the backfield. It's going to be a direct snap to Udo. Oops. Whistle before the snap.
Another movement up front.
False start. Number 60. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Connor Finucane was the guy that jumped.
Had my eyes in the backfield. I did not see that. He's the right tackle. Let's see if we notice it now.
Oh, boy, just a little lift.
Yes, he does. Just a bit. Problem is, you're a big guy. Everybody sees everything you do, right?
It looked like he barely was breathing heavy when that moved.
Connor Finucane, the senior captain, 25 consecutive starts at right tackle.
And that kind of ruined that play call because they were going to go with a wildcat. Now they go back to a full house backfield and a quarterback draw. And Daly knocked off his pins. Nice tackle by Mbidi Williams.
So look what the passing offense gives you. Also, throw a couple out to the flat. Now the fake gives you the time to run the quarterback draw off of it. The big adjustment that this Army team did is that we looked last year and, man, we cannot move the ball against these guys. We have to have something else, and they do this year.
3rd down and 6. Bryson Daly, 127 yards of offense, and he's all by his lonesome in the backfield. He's going to throw left side, and his receiver was not ready for it. Incomplete. 4th down. It was Tyrell Robinson who didn't quite get turned around.
Were they on the same page on this one? Did he even realize it was a pass? Yeah, they did. Just not very clear, well thrown.
It was kind of between both of them.
Well, success getting off the goal line, but at least the Navy defense got a stop.
But it definitely changed the field position now. As Cooper Allen to punt. And Amin Hassan back around the 20-yard line, waiting on the kick. And he's going to have to.
Another good bounce for Navy.
And Army hops on it quickly. 10:31 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Navy's chance on offense when we come back for the first time on offense here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a look at our game trends. Bryson Daly has been most of the offense for both teams. 73 yards on the ground and a touchdown pass. Ty Lavatai did give a spark to the Navy offense when he came in the 2nd quarter. We'll see if he's the guy that's going to go now as well. And Navy struggling to convert. 1 for 5 on 3rd down and 0 for 1 on 4th.
And that indicator we talked about earlier, you know, when Bryson Daly rushes for more than 65 yards, they're 5-1.
Yep.
So that is a good marker for them.
He's already at it or over it. We talked about the huge difference in turnover margin between these two teams.
That's as wide a spread as you can almost get, right? And ironically, in this game,
Army plus.
Yeah. Do all that homework and it never turns out.
They had the interception earlier that ended up leading to their only touchdown. And Ty Lavatai will take the field as we expected. Coach Newberry told Jenny he gave us a spark.
Yeah, we talked about it. This game being every blade of grass, game of inches. There's inches for a touchdown. Then the pass being deflected here. Ew, fingernail block for Navy to save it. And now on 4th down, it was inches or a foot in the way.
It was a foot. It was a heel. So let's see how they can do on this drive.
These games are always like this, aren't they?
They sure are.
And that's because the talent is about equal. All right, there's nobody out there that is way better than everybody else. So it's one-on-one combat out there.
And they know each other so well.
And they don't want to be the guy that lets the other 10 guys on the field down. Everybody's saying, I got my guy. That's what I want to do.
A little bit of ceremony going on during that timeout. So now we've got the field clear and ready to break the Ty Lavatai huddle.
Remember, when they were successful on the drive, they were successful on 1st down.
Fofana in the backfield with Lavatai. They're going to throw it out on the edge. And that did nothing except lose yardage to Heidenreich.
Yeah. Watch this defense. Watch them pursue. Quick screen to the outside, and from inside out, it is just blown up by Quadralian Hammonds that time. Fought up front by Charlo. That's enough, and Charlo helps make the play as well. Those are 2 great defenders.
So now they're behind the sticks again. Loss at 2, 2nd down and 12. Lavatai will keep it himself. And it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, you know what, as Jeff Monken told Jenny, that we've got to be aware of number 1. And you know, defensive coordinator Nate Woody at halftime went in and said, if he runs it up the middle, could somebody tackle this guy? We cannot be giving them 5 or 6 yards on a fullback up the middle. Make them have to throw the ball. Let's see if they can prove they can throw it.
Let's see if Hank's going to be under center, at least right now. So on 3rd down and 9. He will drop the throw. Fires, overshot his intended receiver, incomplete as he was trying to get it to Umbarger.
Yeah, Umbarger was open. It would have taken a really good throw. Good job by getting your quarterback out of the pocket, a different launch point. Had him, but obviously a high throw. expecting Army to put pressure, bring them out of the pocket. I think it's a nice call. Could have had a first down. Not accurate enough.
So another punt upcoming from Reithman.
That makes 1 for 6 for Navy on third down. Oh, man, look at this punt.
Ooh. Tyrell Robinson's got to backpedal all the way to the 15-yard line and try to get back to the 15-yard line, and that is about it. Nice coverage by the punt team for the Midshipmen. Well, that punt was led by Jimmy Charlo, the outside linebacker, the Apache, making the tackle and forcing long yardage. I think Jimmy's got something to say.
My name is Jimmy Charlo. I play outside linebacker. I want to change the world by being kind to others. Go Army, beat Navy.
Chevrolet brought together Army National Guardsman Bernie Medor and Navy veteran Dr. Eric Gorelnik. 10 years ago, during the Boston Marathon bombing, these heroic servicemen selflessly ran toward the explosions to save numerous lives. To hear their story, visit ChevyCares.com. Along with the Hiring Our Heroes program and our military discount, Chevy is proud to continue supporting our military and first responders with a donation to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation.
We salute out all our heroes wherever you may be, at home or abroad. We welcome you to Army Navy here in Foxborough.
So Bryson Daly's putting together a game like he did against Air Force.
Yep.
Okay, becoming a weapon, running and throwing the ball. That was the key to that victory. Well, and as Ness told you earlier, the turnovers they got in that game.
A little bit of an end around and good game. 6 or 7 yards for John Marshall.
Yeah, the quickness. Army looks quicker. You know, when we first started doing this game years ago, it felt like the better athletes played for Navy. Jeff Monken has upgraded the speed on this Army program.
That's a good point. Jeff, who just signed a contract extension right about the beginning of this season, and currently in his 10th year at West Point. This one straight up the middle, and it should be good enough for a first down for Jacoby Buchanan.
Either that or really close. I mean, when you're going up the middle over and over again, keep talking about Brady Small. He's just one of them, but a freshman playing, gets help inside. Finucane does a good job that time, and just push the ball to third and short.
Third and less than a yard.
Boy, how different. Used to be all under center. Now we got third and inches. We're in shotgun.
Exactly. Blitz coming from the inside, but it's going to be a first down run for the quarterback, Bryson Daly, again.
Yeah, Will Harbor had a shot, the linebacker, but not enough. You got to really take on this play. Just as he's running forward, he just lays across. You got to tackle him, but a little better than that. You got to square up on him or he's going to get that first down.
He's only been knocked backwards about once today. And he's putting up some impressive numbers. He's got 19 carries already. Kanye Udo.
Coming off the edge up here.
And he's going to take the direct snap. They tried this earlier, and it was a penalty. This time, he almost busted it.
Well, I'll tell you, and if he does, he's gone. I mean, you can tell by his quickness as he runs that. Number 2 ball carrier on the year as a freshman, 86 carries, 400+ yards. But you can see his quickness.
That's a 14-yard gain, which is one of our biggest gains of the day.
So when they went under center against Coastal Carolina to give them a different look, something they hadn't seen, it took Udo out of the game. It's hard to take this guy out of the game. Look at the way he runs.
Kanye was going west for 14 yards and a first down at the 40-yard line. And now they empty the set again, and it's going to be Jacoby this time. Buchanan for about 4 more. So they're giving their quarterback a little breather by emptying the backfield and not letting him take all the hits. Invesco brings you today's Scholar Athletes. Leo Lowen for Army, Evan Warren for Navy. Invesco proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation to both Army and Navy's general scholarship funds. Time winding down near the 5-minute mark in the third quarter.
That formation again. Riley out wide. Comes back in.
That's usually to block that guy. And Daly going to be short of a first down.
Way back on you, Ness. Years and years and years ago, I did a Colorado-Nebraska game. And Gary Barnett came up with this formation of having their fullback out wide, bringing them back in. They blew them off the field, Colorado did, with this type of strategy. Fullback out wide and then insert them from that wide position.
We got a Navy guy down. I think Xavier McDonald. And it is. We'll check on him when we. Presented by USAA. Is sponsored by The Exchange. Invesco QQQ. Sonic. And by USAA, proud presenter of the Army-Navy game. My partner's favorite part of this, the flyovers and the parachutists.
Jumpers, yeah, the jumpers.
Doesn't hurt to have a cannon around, too, if you need one.
Yeah. Watch this injury one more time. Coming from the right side of your screen, number 31. I think he's right here, kind of hit. Watch the hit on the quarterback. That used to be injured quarterback, but not this guy. Yep. Remember, he's a linebacker slash quarterback.
Xavier McDonald shaken up with the left shoulder there on the hit.
He's Texas strong, don't you think? That fits.
20 carries so far. That's strong.
Yep.
Got Udo right behind him, and now it's going to be direct snap again to him. And he's got the first down and more.
Oh, man, does he just get in the hole and sidestep tackles, doesn't he? I thought Ramos was going to take him on. Remember, this is the best tackler. Ramos is right there, number 44, and he goes right around him.
Kanye out of Mays Landing, New Jersey, and he's got a drive going here, number 26. And letting the quarterback have a breather.
And you know what's happened right now? Drew Thatcher, first-year offensive coordinator for Army. Change up. He's brought now he's got another weapon. He's got that direct snap. So now he's got another formation he could go to keep this Navy defense off balance.
Now we got a full house backfield in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 42, and he's just going to try to follow both those guys. Got two maybe. And Xavier McDonald's back in. Jenny?
Yeah, he's such a resilient kid. When you find out his backstory in high school, both of his parents were suddenly unable to be in the picture. He had 4 younger siblings. So to support himself and his siblings, he worked 35 hours a week at a grocery store while going to school and playing football. He's just so grateful to be here at the Naval Academy. When asked how he was able to manage that journey, he said, by focusing on what he could do in the moment. He uses the saying, win where your feet are. Guys, he also said his schedule in high school was a lot tougher than the one at the Academy.
Oh, boy.
Amazing. There's a lot of great kids, but Jenny just talked about one of the best we've ever met or seen.
P.J. Volker, his coordinator, almost started crying when he started talking about Xavier the other day when the 3 of us were talking to him. That's a pretty special kid to do all that work and then come to the service academy and keep on working just as hard.
So this is really interesting right here, right now. Navy has put him in a 3rd and long, but for this position on the field, calling plays, you're thinking 2 downs if you're calling plays.
And you know you got a kicker that if you get half of it, might be able to hit any more.
And you decide. But as calling this play, no need to panic. 3 or 4 yards, then you decide.
They pump fake, and they will throw. Deep sideline. In and out of the hands of Reynolds. It would have been 1st and goal, but Williams was there to at least get a hand in.
Another great play by Williams, because this is a good throw to the outside.
And Beatty Williams right there.
A little bit of a push-off by Reynolds, and we've seen this matchup before. That's the 2nd time that these 2 guys have had the hand fighting, and Williams has saved big plays.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Bryson Daly almost jumped when he threw that football. I was surprised by that call, if you ask me. I thought that was too big of a gamble in that situation.
Well, now they will have to punt. We know that part. So Cooper Allen to kick it away. He'd like to pin one down inside the 5-yard line somewhere. And he's not going to get it that far. Oh, maybe he did.
No. He thought, I think, Marshall thought it was touched. He thinks the ball was touched by the receiver. Otherwise, he would have let it go. Let's see.
There's the fair catch.
Oh, I think it missed him. I think
it hit in front of his foot.
Yep. I think Marshall is wrong. Otherwise, he would have let that ball bleed out longer.
Oh, it was close.
It was close to his toe.
There's dirt right there.
You know what? You don't really blame Marshall making that play, do you?
No.
It's so close to his foot. It's worth the gamble.
And they're still going to look at it.
Yeah, we have such good tape cameras, ability to blow things up. We will know.
There's another angle, but it's
slow it down. Can we slow it down?
The ruling on the field said the kick did not touch the receiver. That play is under further review.
You can't tell if it hit him there. Let's see this look. I'll tell you what, if he had white shoes, it would be easier to see.
That's for sure.
Oh, that might have bounced off his instep, didn't it?
It might have. Gene Steratore with us, just joining us. This one.
Really, really close too, Brad, isn't it? I mean, the ball, when the ball hits the ground, it hits on the point of the football, which causes it to bounce forward, I believe, whether it hits that foot or not, in that direction. But
I'm thinking the opposite. The ball hit on the point, but his instep made it go the other direction. Had his foot not been there, it might have gone the other way.
Yeah, that the back foot of the top of that football hits the top of the receiver's foot and projects it forward.
I'm going to say
I think there's a good look there, Gary. This last look here, I think that one feels more like a conclusive possibility to overturn, because you do see the ball appear to kind of gain momentum
Correct. That's what I thought I saw.
Right there.
Yep.
I'm going to let you two
What a great job by our camera people. What do you think on this one, Brad? We're going to let you.
You two are podiatrists in your second life. The more I look at it, the more I think it hit his foot.
Yep. And then what we said, should Marshall have let it go? Obviously not. I think the way the ball was coming down the angle, the only way it could have gone that direction was by hitting his foot.
So Jim Downey is a replay official. Edwin Lee is still under cover looking at this for the 14th time. And the replay reaction on the screen here at Gillette Stadium from the Army team. They think they got it.
Well, we need the other side, don't we? It's like, sure, they're going to vote that way, right?
We're going to find out right now.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. 1st and 10, Navy.
I should have stayed out of it with you two. I should have stayed out of it.
I don't see that. I don't know. He had me there. That's what I think right there.
You're going with that guy?
Yep.
Here at the United States Naval Academy, we wear the Navy blue and gold.
I'm the commanding officer of USS Kearney, Commander Jeremy D. Robertson. Midshipmen, are you ready to get in the fight?
The USS Bataan out at sea with the U.S. 5th Fleet in the Middle East. They won't tell us where those guys are, and that's good, guys. You just stay there and cheer.
Absolutely.
We don't want anybody to know where you are. But it's nice to have you with us.
They got a good TV room, though.
They do. That's not a bad spot. A little under 3 minutes remaining, third quarter.
All right, so Navy got a break here.
Yep.
All right, in our opinion.
They needed one.
They needed one. You're right.
They start at the 11-yard line. Ty Labatine.
Yeah, I don't think this pounding up the middle. One more look, Brett. Just watch the reaction of Sean this time. Even though he says it didn't touch him, watch him chase it right away. He almost as if he knows it hit his foot. That's the last thing.
Then he started shaking his.
Then he said, no,
not me.
Touch it. Yes.
Well, they got a break probably, but what they need is some offense now. 2nd down and 9. It's been mostly punts. Labatine with a quick throw and trying to fight for the first down, and he got it. Was Nathan Kent. Nathan Kent. And that's is that the first completion, George?
I think you are.
That's
correct.
number one.
Yes. Good cushion to the outside. They're going to see if Navy was willing to do this. And again, they need to do something different. Pounding the ball up the middle is not going to. One mistake and they get behind the chains and they can't pick it up. They need to open it up some way.
First positive yardage completion. Actually, the second completion of the day. Now back to Labatai. Now he's got some room. Ty Labatai. Army can't get him until he gets out to the 46-yard line. Q Hammonds got him out, but there's what the doctor ordered for the midshipmen.
So the motion really reduced this Army's defense. Look at that block just folding down. That time from the right side, just McMahon just clears it all the way across and produces finally a big play.
Biggest one of the day for Navy. A little bit of hope for Navy right now after that 25-yard pickup by Labatai.
Starts right here in line on a scrimmage, but watch Teska, the fullback. He kind of gets blocked into two defenders. He bounces, trips, and then two guys go with him, and that cleans up the play. Lowen kind of falls into it and takes out two blockers.
Little bumper pool action there to get it out to the 46-yard line. And now Labatai goes out to Teska, and he's crossed midfield to the 49.
So a little bit of pass. They had the quick hitch to the outside, seems to have opened up the offense a bit. This time, quick throw, get it out of your hand. Navy running across the field, not quite fast enough. Austin Hill, the captain, defensive end, gets out there.
Final minute, third quarter. Navy's finally in Army's end of the field. First down, second and 5, excuse me, and the throw to the outside again, and another first down. And that one goes out to Umbarger.
The Navy fans can't believe their eyes.
Neither can I.
3 passes in 1 drive. Labatai was always considered the better passer on this Navy team. He just couldn't stay healthy. Army again slowly rotates their defensive tackles. They feel that they're even in ability, Kyle Lewis and Darius Richardson, so they slowly bring them in and out.
Labatai saying, hurry up with the play call, and they're going to have to start to hurry now. They've got to run a play or have a penalty or take a timeout here at the end of the third quarter. Got to hustle.
Yeah, the center judge would not allow Navy to snap the ball because of the substitution.
Boy.
He was standing over the ball.
That is a big timeout. 7 seconds left, third quarter. They got Neil Diamond singing Sweet Caroline here. I think a lot of people thought it was the end of the third quarter. We still got 7 seconds to go.
Right, the timeout. Now, Navy substitutes once, and Richardson comes in. Then Navy sends another player in, which allows Army to substitute again, bringing in Nathaniel Smith. And that's what eats up the clock. The center judge stays there and forces the timeout.
A wasted timeout.
And remember, Army has this protocol when they're playing hurry-up teams. They know exactly what to do when people substitute.
So probably the last play of the quarter. Labatai was thinking about a pitch, just backpedals for a couple. And now they can start singing all over again.
Is there a second verse?
Yeah, basically, but it sounds a lot like the first one. We played 3. Army, Navy. Army's been in front the whole way. Navy's trying to put together an offensive drive here. Welcome back to Army-Navy, America's game, presented by USAA. We enter the fourth quarter in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. Army with a 10-0 lead. Sean McManus, our chairman, CBS
I didn't
Sports.
know Sean did selfies. Did you know Sean did selfies?
Well, I guess with his daughter.
Yeah,
that helps.
Maybe you can talk him into a selfie.
Yeah,
right?
he won't take one with us. Second down and 7. Navy with a throw out in the flat and drops. It was there. They had a wide receiver screen on.
And that's the same play they had early when they didn't go to it. This time, good coverage on the front player, throw it out there.
Had a blocker in front as well. And now they're faced with 3rd and 7.
2 for 10 on the day on 3rd down.
Well, this has got to be 2 down territory just about anyway.
They're not in field goal range yet. Yes. Oh, another one.
Lavatai, time near side, 1st down.
Love it from Lavatai. Great call this time.
Umbarger with another catch.
Grant Chestnut, give him kudos on this call. We're going to play off our guy. We're going to go down 4 yards and throw it. That's a gimme. And now Navy's in field goal range.
13-yard pickup to Umbarger. From the 24-yard line. Straight up the middle. Oh, tripping. Teskimer, he might still be running.
I was just going to say, remember when Navy hit the long run on the inside run for the fullback? One arm kept this one. Remember, Hall had that 70-yard touchdown. It was running the fullback just like that, and just a shoelace tackle there. That is what the Navy offenses were used to seeing, that quick hitter up the middle.
What could have been huge was a 6-yard gain.
Well, they got to move it. The shift by the Army defense caught Navy moving.
False start. Number 66. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Every 5-yard penalty seems like a 20-yard penalty.
Yes, remember, watch the shift by Navy. And that was just enough to get them, they're just puckered. They're ready to go. They want a ball, and just that movement caught them.
3rd penalty is all but a costly one. Everyone had
the late substitution by Army.
The clock's going to work its way under 10. Finally, they get everybody out of the way. They'll get the snap up, but barely. Lavatai trying to throw a slant. He threw it behind his receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah, Weber. I don't know if he felt that was supposed to be a hitch and the two weren't on the same page, because it looked like he aimed it and threw it right where he wanted to.
So miscommunication maybe, but 3rd down and 9 is a certainty.
Be about a 40-yarder, 42-yarder.
That's makeable.
Yeah, if they gain nothing.
But don't get sacked. And now Lavatai makes a positive play out.
Decision. Do you make it a 1-possession game now? I think you have to, right? You can't give no points after this drive. Right. 11-play drive, you've got to put points on the board.
Ryan Newberry, first-year head coach.
That's Ivan Jasper, the quarterback coach, right there, talking to his quarterback.
So Nathan Kirkwood comes out.
And remember, Navy has struggled in the field goal department.
5 out of 8. All the misses from 40+. This one's a little shorter than that, and it's perfect. Got it from 37. Alex Teska is the guy that set him up for the field goal on what could have been. Oh boy, what could have been. But what it was 3. And that's our IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. Army has led throughout 10-3, but just now a 70-yard drive in 12 plays, a little over 5 minutes, Gary, to get that field goal, an all-important field goal. So now we got a 1-possession game. That's all we can ask for.
Absolutely. So in our opinion, Navy caught a break. We thought it hit them, but they took advantage of the break. But now the pressure shifts to Army. They've been controlling the game, but they know now if they get it stopped, Navy gets the ball back, and it could be a tied-up game. We could do back-to-back overtime. You ready for that?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Our flight's not till tomorrow morning. Bryson Daly has been the star so far for Army offensively. Evan Warren to kick. Both sides now thinking that maybe they'll end up the victor.
And they're also thinking, how many more times are we going to get the ball here?
Exactly. If Army puts together one of those Army-type drives of about 12 minutes, it'll be all over. Kick takes a bounce, and a good bounce to the 10-yard line to Tyrell Robinson. Tyrell got to the outside and tripped up, or he might still be going.
Another big play.
As it is, a good return.
I think it was Rayon Lane again who made the play. Watch, he bounces out, and Rayon Lane lays out and makes it. That's two big, I think, almost touchdown-saving plays.
By number 18.
Yes. Fastest guy on Army's team if he gets out in the open.
As it is, a 25-yard return, starting at the 35. Kanye Udo on the backfield with Daly, and that's Riley in motion. Udo for about 4. Brought down by Luke Paris and Clay Cromwell.
I think you're right in what you're saying. Army's going, we were built for drives like this to put games away. Can we do it?
We're going to use all the clock we can. And you see there's no hurry right now in their quarterback.
Army had a late substitute. Navy could have subbed and forced a timeout here.
Now they're down to 5. Fakes the throw to the flat. Now goes to the sideline, and
I think it's skipped.
Reynolds, did he catch it or not?
He doesn't think so, does he? No, I think the ball skipped. He had him open. He just didn't throw it far enough. Right through him.
Yep. Yeah, nice acting job, but incomplete.
Yeah, you know, in second look there, more than it skipped, it was basically dropped. He got his hands under that. He could have caught that ball.
As Bryson Daly throw it one more time. Now the Navy crowd coming to life for their defense. Nope, it's going to be a run, and that's going nowhere. Stuffed by Colin Ramos.
Well, Ramos might not have covered 32, but he covered number 13 on that one. Ramos, the leading tackler, took him on this time. Comes inside, run tight blitz. Oh, man, you could feel that up here.
That'll bring out Cooper Allen to have to give it up.
And this is the perfect situation for Navy. A 3 and out is exactly what they needed. Told you the pressure shifts quickly in these football games.
5th punt in the last 6 drives by Allen. This one takes a bounce, and make sure you get out of the way. Nobody touched that one. It's going to roll dead at the 20-yard line. So that's where Navy goes to work. Still have 11 minutes to work with. Will the 4th quarter be Navy? So will Army hold on? Hang around with us. We'll find out together. AA is sponsored by Today's Military, AT&T, Jersey Mike Subs, and by USAA, proud presenter of the Army-Navy game. Down to the final 11 minutes of regulation. Don't forget, before we're done, it's the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. We want to give a shout out to side judge George Leotis. 20 years officiating. This is his last game today, and with Coach Newberry before the game. Have fun in retirement, George. You've done a great job over the years. A lot of your official friends wanted us to make sure we shouted out to you. And you still got work to do, though. 10 minutes and 54 seconds to go for you and the crew. Lavatai, double clutches, throws complete. Out across the 25-yard line.
So remember the last drive for Navy, an 11-play drive. They had 5 runs and 6 passes. They started out the drive with a hitch. This time's a little out route to the outside. They have loosened up the Army defense with the pass.
You can see first 6 drives, 5 passes, and starting to put some things together, including that pickup to Cody Howard out to the 20.
Oh, whoa! Quarterback draw, meet Jackson Powell.
I don't know if anybody touched Jackson, but he definitely touched the quarterback.
Yeah, this is a quarterback ouch right here. No one gets to him. It was almost like a quarterback counter that time. They were pilling guards, and that time just Ben Purvis did not get to the edge in time. The edge got to the quarterback.
No doubt. 3rd down and 8. Under 10 to go. Laventine rolling left, pressure coming, going deep down the sideline. Jump ball, incomplete. Broken up, intended for Umbarger.
Yeah, Quindrellian Hammonds does a nice job being the safety, feeling the quarterback roll out so he's able to get outside there, make the play. You know, they talk about there's 3 captains on this defense, okay? Charlo's a captain, Hill's a captain, Lowen's a captain, but the coaches say that Hammonds is as good a leader as anybody on the team.
Remember how he came back to play in the game last year?
Yep. Had his hand all
wrapped up.
You know, if you're Navy and you're going to give the ball back to Army, you might as well do it fast so you have another chance to get it. So you have another chance to get it back.
That's a good point. Reithman be kicking away inside his own 15 here. Both lines shift on the front of him.
Penalty, delay a game.
Well, they didn't need that. He's a good punter, but he didn't want to go in that direction.
Delay a game. Number 90. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Another one of those 5-yard penalties that feels like a 30-yarder.
Yep.
Riley Reithman now back inside his own 5. Had a punt block for a touchdown last year. This one's clean out of there. And it's going to roll sideways out at the 47-yard line. So good field position for Army. Looking to add to their lead or just like the Tigers Sun Bowl, December 29th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Jenny, Gary, and I and our crew will be in El Paso to bring you that one. Let's take a look at the Ford game changer, the guy that's certainly trying to change the game.
He kept it a 1-touchdown game, right? 1 possession. Saved the touchdown there, and I believe on the kickoff, had he not made the tackle, this one was going to go to the house as well. So kept his team in it, at least. Rayon Lane, you're right.
Now it's Army with the lead in the ball with 9.5 to go from their own 47. Option. It'll be kept by the quarterback. Only a yard gain. Nice job by Harbor to close the door. One of the defensive captains for Navy.
So remember, Army had that 5-game losing streak and then won their last 3. One of the reasons in 2 of the games they had no turnovers. So far in this game, no turnovers. Can Army finish the game? It's on their shoulders now. A drive here. Remember, they went 3 and out last time.
Right.
A drive here could almost put Navy in serious problem.
And any kind of points would definitely put Navy behind the 8 ball. 2nd and 9, double tight end shift. This time the give to Odu. Studo and short game.
Yep. Good defense by Navy.
This is what the second half possessions have done. Not much.
Not much. In fact, in their last 6 drives for Army, they have 5 punts and a field goal. So Navy's defense has adjusted.
Did they give their quarterback a shot here? He's played pretty well when he's had the pass.
You got to trust him, don't you?
Yeah. 3rd down and 7.
Navy has not blitzed him. They respect his run and the quarterback draw. They blitzed him.
Oh boy, and he's in trouble. Down it goes.
Finally, first one of the game.
And it's Ramos again.
I believe they brought 7 defenders that time, at least 6.
He didn't look like he was ready for that snap, or something was weird looking.
Yes, let's take another peek at it.
Well, I guess so.
Oh, just kind of handcuffed him, but you can see he's overwhelmed inside. That time, defensive coordinator P.J. Roker does a nice job of changing it up and putting the pressure on the quarterback. Ramos, guy loves to play football, doesn't he?
Yep. All AAC performer. I can see why. First teamer.
Well, when they needed it most, Navy goes 2 3 and outs.
Forces another Cooper Allen kick.
Oh, look at that bounce again.
Been some crazy punt returns, or lack of, I guess I should say, off the foot of Cooper Allen. So Navy's got plenty of time. 2 timeouts remaining. 7:09 to go in regulation. Trailing by a touchdown.
Husbands will compete about anything.
Well, we are rivals, right?
During the game, but insurance and banking.
USAA's service is great.
We're on the same team there.
They always take care of us.
Same team? Mom, they're Navy. Seriously, Mom? She's Army.
You're right. Beat Army.
Nope. Beat Navy.
USAA, proud presenter of the Army-Navy game. Are you ready?
Stand up!
There's danger around every corner at this job.
Cal Fire's coming to you!
You run into fires like a superhero. I'm here to save as many lives as possible.
Fire Country, new season coming to CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Army-Navy is the biggest rivalry in college football.
It's something we all look forward to and we all are thinking about from the moment we step foot on this campus.
Beating Army, which is everywhere, it's just ingrained in you. There is really no other option when you go into this game.
The atmosphere, you know, the people playing in it, the people who are at the game, it's just a massive event. It's a Super Bowl.
If we beat Army, it'll be the greatest moment of my life.
Go Navy! Beat Army!
I'd like to say it's all over but the shouting out, but it's not. 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Navy's got their opportunity, trailing by a touchdown.
And plenty of time to run their offense.
Yep.
Anything they want to do. Obviously, field goal means nothing, so they can take, if they want to take 7 minutes, they can run their normal offense. Just don't know what that normal offense is now.
Fofana in the backfield with Lavatai. Going to be a quick throw, and it's high and incomplete.
So usually Navy does not like to throw the ball because it stops the clock. But in this situation, stopping the clock is not a bad thing for Navy.
It was intended for Chapman, incomplete.
You know, if we're going to do the shout-outs, I'd love to shout out Kenny Niumatalolo, such a big part of this great rivalry for the last 22 years. For the first time in 22 years, he isn't on the sideline, but his son is. Vaya Niumatalolo. I think it's always good to have that guy, Niumatalolo, at this game.
We asked Coach Newberry, it's going to be, Coach Monken, I should say, if it's going to be weird not to see Coach Niumat on the other sideline. He said, we've been good friends for a long time, but I didn't worry about him on the other sideline. I was worried about my guys. Penalty marker down. Lavatai, deep ball in some traffic. Incomplete. There's not a flag on that end, but there's a flag back on this
I
end.
thought that was illegal procedure. Now I think Army will decline it. They let it go. Now that seems odd. I don't, maybe not. Let's take a look here. Usually if there's movement, they shut it down. Let's see what happened.
Unless it was a legal formation, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They got 3 guys there. They should figure it out. We only got 2 up here.
That's right. Well, we got Gene too, but.
Yep.
There is no foul for illegal motion. Result of play is incomplete.
Usually if there's legal motion, they shut it down. So I think that was the conversation.
So no flag.
End of the play. Lavatai has to come out because he's in motion, and then as he rolls out, ends up being an underthrown opportunity because that play would have counted.
Hammonds was there defensively, and it's 3rd and 10. Lavatai, this time he's got a man in midfield. And it's Eli Heidenreich.
Yeah, and this is the seam. 4 vertical. And watch this throw right up the hash. That's the best throw of the football game right there.
Pick up at 20, the 2nd longest play of the day for the Midshipmen.
And as big a clutch play as you will see.
Right at the midfield stripe. Now they go with Teske. Short gain. Charlo brought him down from the linebacker spot. Said that name a lot today. We're approaching 6 minutes. Navy trying to put together a tying touchdown drive. Or maybe a touchdown drive to go for 2 to win. We'll find out. Lavatai running out of time. Straight ahead, slides. Took a pretty good shot. He's looking for a flag, doesn't get one.
It is, but it's where he begins the slide, so it's going to be moved back to about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. Navy's ready to go, or at least
they were.
Putting the look of it is when you start the slide, that's when it stops.
They're still ready to go. 3rd down and 3. Need to get to the 40 for a first down. Teske flinched a little bit.
Time movement. Yep. Now it's going to be 3rd and 8. I think it was maybe Purvis, the left guard.
Number 64.
Yes.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I think he just lost his balance and goes forward here. Oh, just this clinch. You can see it just before the snap.
Teske did the same thing as he saw his offensive line.
Could have been on either one of them, right? Yep.
And Gary said 3rd and 8. But with time down to 5 minutes, they might have to go twice right here. Lavatai, heavy pressure. The ball's out. Scooped up by Army. Fortner taking it to the end zone. An Army touchdown on a fumble return.
The other linebacker, Leo Lowen, is the star, but this time Caleb Fortner just grabs it right out of his hand. Watch this play coming from the right side of the screen. Whoop! Steals it. Hey, you know what? That's coming close to basketball season. That's
one dribble.
Picked his pocket, one dribble, and he was on his way. The only thing he didn't do is dunk it.
The sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee, Caleb Fortner with a touchdown return of 44 yards. And Ty Lavatai knows that's maybe the last chance.
He tried to kind of get by and move the ball to the side as he dodged and could not do it well. He needed the crossover there, and he didn't do it.
Oretzko in for the point after. Up and good. We talked about 3 hours ago about how linebackers are such a big part of this game. And a 44-yard fumble return might have iced this for the Black Knights.
Home Depot, committed to filling the trades gap.
Don't forget, coming up on the U.S. Army postgame show, Adam, Rick, and BJ put a bow on this one and share their thoughts on the wonderful college football season that is about to come to a close, with the exception of the bowl games and the college football playoff. There's one happy linebacker. His twin brother is on the team too, wide receiver. He was looking like a wide receiver once he swatted that ball out of Lavitai's
crossed the goal line like he was hitting the tape as a track guy, didn't he?
Yeah, the Usain Bolt thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, game's not over. You just got to hurry up now. You need an onside kick if you're Navy, or a kickoff return.
And Tyler Bradley's getting a good kickoff return. And now they mix it up a little bit on the sideline, get everybody separated. Here's another look at the touchdown.
Watch Lavatai try to sidestep and just brings the ball up one more time. He had it tucked behind him, and then as he moves up, he tries to stomach the ball. And we all know that that was not a tuck.
And they're happy in Povich, Poland right now, that's for sure. Still 2 timeouts for Navy at 4:42, but time is of the essence. Quarterback draw for Lavatai from the 41. Got out close to midfield.
Yep, got a whole hurry up now. No going slow anytime. Get up at the line of scrimmage. Obviously, your 2-minute offense the rest of the game. Got to score, and then you got to go onside kick.
They get the ball placed in a hurry. Lavatai threw one in the dirt. Incomplete. Intended for Chapman. Stops the clock. 4:19 to go. Special teams and defense the last 2 times against Navy.
Yep.
And it looks like more of the same today, unless Lavatai and company can do something about it here.
Good protection.
They're down in 3. Wanted to load up and now can't get away.
Boy, he took 3 hits. Tell you, Ty Lavatai, he took 3 massive hits on this play.
Started with Richardson.
Back up nose tackle, puts the first lick on him, right? Oh, there. He shakes loose. Number 2 shakes loose. You get rewarded for a 3rd one.
Yeah. And your reward is no first down, no completion. Just
and 4th down.
And 4th down. And 7. And you might not touch it again if you don't convert this. Tied down the middle. Got it. He did convert it.
Yep. Still hope.
That was Chapman again.
Only a 3-man rush that time. That's twice on 3rd down. Army has gone 3-man rush, and they've been picked apart.
Midshipmen at the 43 of Army with a 1st down. Lavatai, plenty of time. Throws out near side. Another 1st down. Run out of bounds is Umbarger.
Yep. Again, 3-man rush. Army just playing the clock here, willing to concede the passes, the short passes.
Down to 3 minutes. Lavatai, same spot. Umbarger again, same result. Pickup of about 13. Now,
how many hitch passes has Lavatai completed? Like 7?
He's got a lot of them to number 87, that's for sure. Got an Army player down. I think it's Austin Hill, isn't it? One of the captains of the defense. So that's going to slow things down here. Just under 3 minutes to go. Senior out of Memphis. Playing his final Army-Navy game and wants to celebrate if they can hold on to this win, but hopefully he's going to be okay. Meanwhile, Navy had something working there with the pass plays.
Good comeback by this Navy football team. You know, everybody's got their head down. Army's over there celebrating, and they keep their head in the game.
Well, Commander-in-Chief trophy is on the line. because if Army wins this, they've already beaten Air Force, and they will get the Commander-in-Chief trophy with a win. Be the third time in the last 6 years, too. That thing's kind of gone back and forth. Air Force had a grasp on it. Navy did for a while.
And Navy has been able to keep their 2 timeouts in this drive as well.
Going to be the 7th play of the drive. Covered about 2 minutes so far.
Still playing off of the receivers, like 10 yards off.
From the 14-yard line, pump fake, and now the crosser, and a touchdown, Dumbarger. It's not over.
Absolutely not. He might not even, as fast as they went down, may not have to onside kick. And was that him signaling they're going to go for 2?
Yes, I believe so.
I think it's a hitch and then inside. Yes, a stop and go. Wonderful call that time.
It's a good pump fake. It throws a few people back there. Umbarger kind of comes up limping, but Coach Newberry's saying, let's go for 2, and they will. Lavatai throws. It hit his receiver, but incomplete. So they still need 8.
They still need 8. Still a 1-possession game.
Thought they had to play for it right here, and they were very close to having the right call.
The Sonic Hickory Barbecue Cheeseburger is the perfect, quick, and delicious fix for when you're craving a melty cheeseburger and bold and tangy barbecue sauce. But also anyone other than you to cook it. Sonic Hickory Barbecue Cheeseburger.
Like the taste of fresh apples? At Angry Orchard, we use real fruit from our 100-year-old orchard and 2 apples in every bottle of Angry Orchard. So relax with the crisp Angry Orchard Hard Cider. Madly refreshing.
Here's the capper on a 59-yard drive in 7 plays.
Pretty little hitch and go. Remember, we said they've thrown about 8 of these. This time it's a stop, stutter inside. Beautiful design play. Little pump fake, and then give it to him.
Umbarger from 14 yards out cuts the lead, but the 2-point conversion failed. So 8-point game.
And again, as fast as they have gone down and score, I didn't see that happening. They have the option. They can kick this deep. They could get the ball back 3 and out with 2 timeouts.
Army's got their hands team in there right now, though. And it's an onside, and it's handled beautifully. Army's got the football. And a little one-hopper. And it was Noah Short.
Yep, one of their better receivers.
Yep.
Good placement of your skilled ball players.
You know, how good might he feel about that? Remember, he was held on that 4th down and 2.
Right, that was him.
Couldn't make a catch, and he made a nice catch right there.
Yep. Like a shortstop play right there. Had his feet out wide. Remember, Navy would have all 3 outs had they not had that substitution where they had to take the timeout.
So
now
they only have 2 left.
Yes.
So now let's see if we get a heavy dose of Bryson Daly just to secure the football. Oh, flags fly.
Oh, boy.
False
Army
start.
Making mistakes.
False start. From 88. Offense. 5-yard
Finishing
penalty.
game. Fundamentals of finishing football games.
I think they call it a number 88.
Yep, I think it's the tight end, yes.
It was. And he immediately went down and put his helmet in his hands. So it's 1st and 15.
Yeah.
Kanye Udo in the backfield.
Again.
Another one.
Oh, I don't know.
This might go the other way.
Holy cow. Was someone in the neutral zone this time for Navy? Did they move first or not?
False start.
Nope.
Number 60. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And that one's on Vanuken.
Yeah, they've taken turns. Not the tight end. Now it's the tackle.
Yep, that's a good call. Boy, that side of the line is costing them yards. The wrong direction. 5th Army penalty. All false starts. This one they get off. And Kanye Udo, nice gain. He got some of that back.
Yeah, look at the difference. Navy's going to take their first time out here. Look at the difference of those 2 penalties. Instead of 2nd and 3, it's 2nd and 13.
So Navy can only stop it one more time. This Army's going to be in the AAC beginning next season. Second conference affiliation, Conference USA. Before that, they would play Navy in the AAC championship if the teams finish 1st and 2nd in the conference. There's always going to be an Army-Navy game, though. And we want to thank Mike Oresko, kind of helped make all that happen. Yes. He's a commissioner of the AAC. He's retiring in June. He was up here in the booth with his wife during halftime to see us. An old friend of ours. We wish him the best in retirement and thank him for all he's done for college football for so many years. And college basketball, for that matter. Kanye Udo again, and now the clock will continue to click unless Navy decides to stop it right here.
But remember,
and they do.
If Army runs the ball here and doesn't make it, there'll be a 40-second runoff. So Navy gets the ball back, 140-ish left in the game.
So that's it on timeouts for the Midshipmen.
I love players and teams, coaching staffs that don't, something bad happens. It looks like everybody's saying game over, and they just continue to play hard.
Don't panic.
Yeah,
just keep going.
Just finish. Finish the game. Not surprised the type of people that go to these 2 great universities, that there's no quit in them. That's for sure.
If Navy can pull it out, it would avoid a losing season. Army, a win would clinch the Commander-in-Chief trophy, which Air Force still has out on their campus right now, but they'll fly that baby over here, I guess, as soon as possible if Army wins this game.
Navy with only just over 90 yards in the second half. 5 first downs. They've been stopped in the second half.
Corner blitz coming. Bryson Daly getting every inch out of it that he can. It's 4th down.
Penalties so big for this Army team. Holy cow. Look at this now where they are. Daly is taking all that punishment and runs right through the linebackers.
That's 4th down and 3.
Army will take the whole 40 seconds, call timeout right before the play.
4th down and that much.
I think they'll run the clock down, try to draw them off sides, and then take a timeout, it seems to me.
That's the trying to draw them offside part, and there's the timeout part. So they got a chance to talk things over, and a 4th down conversion, and this one's in the books. New CBS on Wednesday. Survivor is one of Vanity Fair's best shows of 2023. Don't miss out on a new Survivor experience. New episode Wednesday, 8, 7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. And really, that's what this game always is who's the survivor.
That's for sure.
Bryson Daly today has done a little bit of everything well. It's been a struggle in the second half, but he has taken some hits and delivered some big plays.
Who would have thought, as well as Army threw it in the first half, that Navy is actually leading the game in passing yardage right now.
Isn't that amazing?
So think about this Army program. Jeff Monken really rebuilt the program with analytics and going for it on 4th down. So right now, he's in the decision, if I get a first down on 4th down, we win the game, or do I punt it and gain, 25 yards here? Interesting decision. I think Monken's going to go for it, though. Oh, no, he's got his punt team in there. Wow.
I thought he would go for it,
yes,
too.
I did, too.
So the latter of what Gary just said.
I don't think there's anybody back for Navy. They don't have a returner on the field.
Nope. So Cooper Allen Just try to pooch one down there someplace and bury Navy with no timeouts.
Not very good. If this backs up the wrong way, it did. Not very good.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. They only gained, what, 10 yards on the punt? You could tell the way he hit it. It was not spinning properly.
Line of scrimmage is going to be about the 26, somewhere in there.
Boy, does that look bad now. Opportunity to win the game. They put your punter in there, and he does not execute again.
So Navy out of timeouts.
And Army has to make some decisions on how they rush the passer. The 3-man pass rush did not work on the last series.
An 11-yard punt. Navy with the ball. No timeouts.
It looks like they got 4 up there now. I think they're going to rush 4 every time.
Longest drive today was 70. Right now they need 73. And Ty Lavatae gets him almost 10 of it. And now they'll be laying on people and tackles. And that's what coach is saying. Get him off my guys.
Yeah, well, everybody knows that that's the way it goes. You know, and when you run the ball and don't get a first down.
2nd and 1. Lavatae. Deep middle. Got him. Heidenreich again.
Same play. Up the hash mark. 4 vertical. Plenty of time, by the way. Great pass protection. And delivers the ball. Lavatae coming off the bench.
28-yard pickup. Longest of the day. First down at the 36. Lavatae getting some pressure. Throws. Almost caught but broken up at around the 10-yard line. Chapman, the intended receiver. DiDomenico got the breakup.
DiDomenico got it. Watch it. Number 6 coming across. Cuts underneath at the last second and just tips it.
Remember, he had an interception in the first half that led to a touchdown, and he just saved one there.
Oh, man. We've seen some great football plays in this game.
57 seconds left. 2nd down and 10. Navy needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Heidenreich again.
I'll tell you what, if Navy, this is going to be known as the hitch game if Navy comes back.
And now again, a big pileup in there. Having trouble getting them separated. And the clock momentarily stopped with 43 seconds. Third down and a yard. That really doesn't matter. It's 2-down territory.
Another hitch. Come on. You got to move up. You cannot give them 12 yards here.
Umbarger again.
Nicholas Paul is just giving them a hitch, and then he backs up. I don't quite understand it. Okay, the last drive I did, not this one.
They moved it to the 17-yard line.
Same look again. 8-yard hit. Cushions all over the field.
Lavatae goes the other way. He's got the receiver that way too, down to the 10-yard line at Chapman.
This Army defense is giving them easy throws. What are they doing?
Inside the 10-yard line. And it's 1st and goal at the 6.
They're not even difficult throws at all.
Teska in the backfield with Lavatae from the 6-yard line. Lavatae throws high and away and incomplete to save it for another down. Chapman was the closest receiver.
Don't have any timeouts, but do you have time for a quarterback draw now?
If you do, it's 1.
And they'd have to get everybody up quickly after.
2nd and goal.
I mean, are they going to continue?
Lavatae in the gun. Teska's there with him. From the 6-yard line. Ty's going to lob one too far. Hit the goalpost padding. 3rd and goal.
Let's see what happens here. Did they try to do the hitch and go this time? Yes, they did. They tried to do the same thing to the outside to Umbarger. That time it was snuffed out. 2 more tries.
With 22 seconds remaining. Lavatae throws in the flat. Teska is down at the 1.5.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time to get it. They're going to stop the clock because the ball was knocked out of the official's hand.
Time for 2 plays maybe from the 2-yard line. Fortner saved a touchdown. And now straight ahead, Levitai did not get there, I don't think. Or did he? It's going to end on the 1-foot line. No indication. One second on the clock.
They shoved, then there's a push.
As the runner was short of the goal line. The first down for Army.
Army takes over at about the 1-foot line.
And it looks so familiar to last year's game. Remember when Navy was down there and fumbled on the 1-yard line? This time Army gets a stop on a quarterback push. His forward progress was stopped. I think that's a right call, and I don't know if he ever got across.
The rolling on the field. So the runner was short of the goal line. The previous play is under further review.
As well it should be. Gene Steratore with us. Gene.
Yep, you know what, guys, I'm with you on it. It's a great effort by Levitai, but I just don't see that ball crossing the goal line. They all do get stopped there for a moment, and then they start to push forward and edge forward. But from the view above, I felt like the Army line held just inches from that football getting to the goal line from the looks that I got, fellas.
So now it goes up to Jim Downey, a replay official. Here's a look from up top.
Ball's in his right hand. Does he ever get to stretch it out? I don't see it. And I actually wonder if he lost the ball at the end. Forward progress, I thought was stopped, but nowadays the pushes allows these guys to do it more and more.
That was on 4th and goal. From the 2. I don't think we're going to see the ball in this scrum either. But you can see the official coming in thinking he's seeing what he's seeing. The head linesman,
the Army,
and that is a foot shy.
The Army secondary gave a cushion all the way down to the 1-yard line. Then there's no more room for a cushion.
The ruling on the field, Navy short of the goal line. It would turn over on downs with 3 seconds left to Army with an 8-point lead. It was a 10-play drive. They needed 73 yards to get to the end zone, and I think they got to 72.5.
8 of them on passes. 6 of them basically gimmies.
How can you have a game this hard fought where we talk about every inch and every blade of grass? We talk about it every year.
Last year's game poked it out, a goal line stand. This year's stopped the quarterback push sneak.
At least that's what we think. And the drama builds.
Well, no one's leaving here.
No, they certainly aren't. And 65,878 are here. A packed house.
Navy should be anticipating that they made it and work on their 2-point play. Army as well. Defensively, they should be going over, if they give it to them, what's our 2-point defense?
And Army should be wondering how close they can get out of there.
Walked out of there.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
So we got 1 play left, though. And your quarterback is going to be taking the snap with his feet in the end zone.
It is, but because of the score, you could even
take a
3-second safety on the play, right? I mean,
you give up 2.
Yeah. You just can't fumble the snap.
Might almost be a smarter choice to take a safety, and the game's over.
And just buy the 3 seconds.
Exactly. Because that's an uncomfortable spot. The 1 foot line, basically, it's inside the 1.
I wonder if they're going to go shotgun and do that.
They are in the shotgun, and I'm guessing Bryson Daly is going to take the snap, drop back, and
run out of the back of the end zone.
Run out of the back of the end zone for the safety. It only changes the final score. It does not change the outcome. And there's your Commander-in-Chief Trophy winners for 2023, the Black Knights of Army. Ty Lavatai took them 72 yards down the field. The problem is they needed 73 and a 2-point conversion. Do we have to have a free kick with no time left on the clock?
Well, Gene would know that. I have no idea.
I don't either.
The game ended. The clock ended. I don't see why you would.
I don't either.
Zeros? No.
So finally, the 2 coaches get there. Bryson Daly, great game at quarterback. And Army with the win, 17-11. Gene, that's something we don't know. I guess you don't need that free kick, do you?
No, you don't. But boy, we can see anything in any game. But if that time expired prior to him stepping out, which it does after review, the game is officially over. Not an untimed down for a safety kick, guys.
All right, thanks, Gene. And the winning coach is with Jenny Dell.
Coach, you just said, why is it always got to be like that? That's the thing. This, you said, was your Super Bowl.
Nothing's easy. I mean, welcome to the Army-Navy game. We got a 17-3 lead. They're on the 1-yard line with a second to go, and we made a play, thank goodness. But really proud of our team.
What was your heart doing in those last final moments?
It's indescribable. I mean, every play is like that. Every play of this game feels like that play right there. That's what makes this game so incredible.
The Commander-in-Chief Trophy is all yours. How much pride is in that?
It is a source of pride for our entire team, our academy, a long gray line of graduates, the Army. I'm just so happy for our seniors and for our players. The way they battled back this last half of the season, I couldn't be more proud.
You just mentioned the seniors, 33 of them going on to serve our country. What are you hoping that they take away from this program?
I hope that they learn leadership. I hope they learn to compete and just be servant leaders, give the best they can for their team and best they can for the men and women that they're going to serve.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks a lot. Be Navy.
Indeed, they did. A fumble return for a touchdown ended up being the difference, and Ty Lavatai came up about 1 foot shy of possibly tying the game up. So you've always got to have a winner and a loser, and obviously we're going to have the alma maters as everybody starts bailing out of the stands. We'll head down to Navy's corner of the field. As the cadets continue to spill onto the field for their winning side, the Black Knights of Army.
How educated are these fans? No one still has left. They want to watch. The real end of the game is to watch both these teams, both these schools sing.
So first out, the Navy alma mater. And now we head to the other corner of the end zone. And one of the only times you want to be second. Because in this case, that's the best part. When you're singing second, you're singing happy. The Army Black Knights win it, the 124th edition of Army Navy. You talk about a game of fingertips. We talked about a game of feet. We talk about a game of inches, and Gare comes down to inches.
And a game of competitors. Both teams never willing to say the game is over, and why we so love to watch this football game.
One more look, and one more look at just how close Navy came to at least getting within a 2-point conversion of sending us to overtime, but not quite. And Jenny Dales with one of the stars of the game.
All right, Bryson, you just beat Navy in your first start in this Army-Navy game. When you think back to this night, what's going to go through your mind?
That was the greatest night of my life. Getting this win from these seniors means everything. Never had a memory like this. I can't wait to celebrate with the guys.
What is it about these games that just bring out the best in your team?
Both teams are playing so hard, and we knew there'd be adversity. We faced adversity all season, and just seeing how our guys responded to that and responded today, can't say enough about what our guys have went through.
We know that there's a lot of service men and women watching this right now. What is your message to all of them out there in this moment?
Thank you so much for your service and everything y'all are doing for us, and for supporting today. And go Army, beat Navy. Let's go.
Congratulations.
Yes, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Army ends their year on a 4-game winning streak, but none bigger than this.
And that's one thing overlooked. Caleb Fortner, number 53, the guy who stripped for the touchdown, is the one that saved the touchdown.
That's right. And speaking of the touchdown, now it's time for the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. There aren't a lot of long plays in this game. This was the longest play of the game. Fortner coming off the edge, stripping Lavatai, and going 44 yards for the Army touchdown.